Hello, Christine. I can't hear you.
So I got the computer working today.
All right. Okay. Good. Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, I've got a lousy internet connection. It's been dropping out all morning. It seems to be stable now.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Really good. Good morning, guys. Good morning. I'll tell you what a day it is here. Um, and the weather it changes, doesn't it? So anyway, we got Christine on this morning, and Christine joined the team a while back. And anyway, Christine, so how are you?
I'm doing very, very well. I've had a fantastic time since I spoke to you last. It's been brilliant.
Right.
I've done a lot of travelling around the country, partly for my work and partly for other people's. I've been training people. Had a wonderful day on Saturday, training people how to use their hands and to work with energy, and it was amazing. Somebody had had injured herself badly a couple of weeks back and could hardly walk. Her foot was all swollen, and by the time she got home, and she suddenly realised her foot had gone down, which was a pretty good experience, you know. So that was another thing. So I enjoyed training people, and now I've been asked to do some more training, which I absolutely adore. I love teaching people how to work with energy, to be a magician, and everybody can do it. Even you, Steve. You can put your hands on people and help them improve. I love doing
Yeah,
the.
yeah. But the trouble is, you see, I don't. I can. I would do that. But the trouble is, I. Oh gosh. Where do I start with this? Um,
At the
I'm
beginning,
right. Okay. Okay. I feel as a Christian person, I think you know. I have got my things about putting hands on people. I know that got that in the Bible it says about it, but and I can do that. But when it's another something different,
yeah.
then I'm thinking,
Um,
well, no,
yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from, and I actually one of the ladies that was there on Saturday is a devout Christian, but she knows she has the ability, and it's her calling. She is being directed from above to do the work, because to me I call my higher power a is my highest power, but I am directed to do the work. I am tapping into the universal energy. Jesus put his hands on people to heal people, so why can't we?
well, yeah,
That's,
yeah, yeah. But the trouble is, though, let's. Um, but the trouble is, though, it's two different things. Do you think so?
no, it's not. I worship my highest power. My
Right,
highest power is my is the universe.
right.
Is God to me. So I'm doing God's work. I have been directed by the universe to do it. So that's my view. Anybody, you know, people that say, oh, you can't heal, it's only come from one source. It's come from the universe. I've been directed from above to do it. So
Right.
that's what I do. If I can make people feel better, to have their own way of being able to, people are drawn to do healing, and I'm able to unlock what they want to do. I work from the highest power. I don't work from anything. I have no qualms about anything, but there are people that have been directed by the source up there that they should be healing. So I'm a healer. Bingo.
Yeah, yeah. No one's arguing the fact about that, Christine. And
Yeah.
but the trouble is, so this is what I wanted to talk to. If you wonder, I was wondering, to have a chat about this because, um, I feel when people say that they're healers, you know, I'm not saying you are, I'm not saying you aren't, or whatever. And I know that you've done some good work, and
Mm.
that's all good for you. But there are people out there say that they are healers and they're not. Do you agree?
Oh, I agree with you there. I agree with you there. There are some charlatans around, and that scares me. That really does scare me. I work from the highest power. I work with my guides from up above, and that's what I do. Yes, there are charlatans out there, but your energy, your body would tell you whether they're a charlatan or not. If you talk to your body, you would know. People, we are very closed in this world. At sometimes we put ourselves in little boxes and are unwilling to look outside the box. And it's just, you know, it's like you go to a doctor and they will put you into that one box and you're not allowed to come out of it. Oh dear, you're not supposed to do that. But you know that what they're saying to you is wrong. And sometimes you have to question everything and choose what's right for you. And that's what I do. I do everything by choice. I ask my higher power or whatever, I ask my body whether it's it whether I'm doing things right. I always question. I live as the question. So if I'm not doing something right, you know, and I also ask if people are charlatans, and that my energy will tell me to keep well away. So I enable people to start talking with their body, to start giving them an awareness. So that's what I do. I believe in everything comes from the highest power.
Right. Okay. Um, let's get onto it. Where was the Where's my note? So the see the trouble is, many people will say that they're saying, only person who can kind of heal and everything is God
Yeah.
Himself.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have admitted that you believe in an higher power.
Yes.
Is that higher power God Himself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever people like to call it. Christians call it God. You know, Hindus, Buddhists, whatever they call, whatever um, spirituality or faith, there is always somebody at the top. And
Right. Okay.
my view is that there's only one universal power. And it just comes down like little roots into all the different faiths.
Right. Okay. How long have you been healing for?
I started when I was small. I was able to have the ability to calm people down and make them feel better. If I was a kid, I used to go over if they'd hurt themselves. I'd be the one there to go and say, "Okay, you're going to be okay. This is okay." So was my first sort of knowledge of healing. Later on, what I was doing, I was questioned and I put it away. And then as I got scared of what I was doing as well. And then, dabbled here and there with doing things. I looked at everything and suddenly I was drawn back to going into spirituality again. I used to do the church things, the church, going to Sunday school and everything like that. But I lost my faith when I saw how cruel people could be.
You lost your faith
Um,
to see how people could be. What
they
happened?
were they were cruel. I would tell you, we had a wonderful vicar. Right, he was ex-navy. His mother lived with him. His mother died. He got friends, and they didn't like it because he used to go and have a drink with people in the local pub and everything. And there were other things that people talking behind his back. The people in the village loved him. Then we had a lot of interlopers into the village, and they didn't like what he was doing. They didn't like that he'd got friends of all denominations, faiths, and creeds. And that was my view. And it's almost like they hounded him out of what he was doing. And he was one of the most spiritual men that I'd ever met. So in that time, I turned my back on my faith, and then went searching. I had a look a bit into Judaism, Catholicism, Hindu, you name the faith, whatever, to try and find something. Went
And
back with my children.
what did you find?
At that time, I didn't find anything. I was lost, literally lost. Yes, I got married. I had children. Yes, and my kids loved going into Sunday school, so I went back in. Yes, I did get confirmed to be in the Church of England. It helped me a lot when I went through my illness, with the illness I got, and when my mother was very ill, my father was very ill. It helped me through. And I asked, what can I do? What can I do to help? Yes, after that I got divorced. I'm quite happily divorced. Thank you very much. And then when I moved 150 miles away, I started getting inklings that I'd always heard voices. Right? I could see things. I could see people many years, when I was small, and wondered why everybody else couldn't, which was a bit scary. But finally, when I was older, I understood what was going on. I suffered, I think, from tinnitus for a long time. Oh, I thought it was. It was like I'd got crashing waves in my ears. I always thought there's something more, I've got to do something. And I started onto a psychic development because I'd always been aware of things that was happening. So I go into that, and within 2 weeks, I was seeing things, hearing things again, but I wasn't afraid anymore because I'd got somebody to help me. You've heard of Reiki? They use symbols in Reiki. You draw symbols. And I'd never heard of it. Well, I'd heard of it, but I hadn't realised that. So the symbols were there. So I asked somebody, they said, oh, it looks like you need to be attuned to Reiki so that you can be a healer. Yes, so I did that. But it wasn't enough. I always wanted more because So I carried on through other modalities, and I opened myself up to the universe to put me, or asked God or whatever to put me on the right path. And I'm on the right path now. So with
How
what I
many?
do,
Great. How many healings have you done then?
over the last thing, we were trying to work it out, because sometimes it's short sessions, some long sessions. It's well in the thousands with working with people.
That's good.
Yeah, but I'm on my path, Steve. And if I can help others to heal, to show them, to open up their knowledge to the highest power, that's where I go. Some people believe it, some people don't. But I've got a very good friend who's a skeptic, and turned around and he said, "Don't understand what you say," but he said, "When you put your hands on somebody, and I've watched you do it, and you watch them change, where does that come from?" As I put it, I'm like a conduit. I'm like the straw with the energy coming down through me, from up there down through me into a person, which will allow them to open up for what they're doing.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Um, when you kind of like with your healing, is it all hands on?
Sometimes it's hands on if I'm with a person, but I can do it with somebody the other side of the world. I've got clients all over the world. Because I can talk to them, I have the ability to tune into somebody's body or tune
Right.
into them. I can ask them questions and they will answer, and we can get rid of the blockages. A lot of my work is on the phone, or like this with StreamYard, Skype, Zoom, the whole thing. But it can just depend, And the point is, it's not just people. I also work with animals. This morning, I was staying with my friends. I took her youngest to school. Came back, and there was this 4-month-old mad French bulldog, and I calmed it down because it was running around. Some people would call it misbehaving. Just wanted to know what was going on, and it just settled down quite happily. Do that.
Right.
There's a picture of me working with an orangutan in the zoo. Made it cry because they have blockages too. Everybody has a blockage. So if I can unblock that one blockage, it changes people's lives. And I
So,
also teach people to have a choice too.
so if there are people out there, and they kind of like want to inquire about healing and everything else that goes with it,
Yeah,
what can they contact you?
of course they can contact me. They can come through with me through Facebook. Find Christina Kokis. You can find me on my page, The Feel Good Factor. They can phone me up. The best place is probably through Facebook. I'm just updating all my info on everywhere because I let it get out of date. But my phone number is quite easy. Messenger. Look at Christina Kokis. You'll find there's two on there. One is Christina Coker, she's in America, I'm in the UK. But
Right.
that's what I do. It's I was looking at what somebody had written the other day. I've been working with her 10 oh golly, it must be about 15 years. And always, somebody we were going through divorces at the same time. And I've been working with her, clearing her blockages. And the best blockage she'd been told that she would never have a child. I've got a beautiful video of her 4-week-old baby girl. I always said she would, and she's as happy as anything. It's just that there's blockages there and people put blockages in. And of course, everything in life is choice. You can actually choose to be ill or you can choose to be well. You can choose to be unhappy, you can choose to be happy. But you are making that choice. You can blame the rest of the world and its wife, but the only person that's making that choice is you.
Yeah.
And I help people to improve their choices. So that's what I enjoy doing.
Christine, as always, love having you on because I think you're really straight think straight thinking woman. You always got, and you're there to help people. And thank you so much coming on this morning, this
Yes,
afternoon, and telling us, more information about you. Thank you so much.
thank you. Thank you, Steve. It's
Thank
been a
you.
pleasure as always.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So if you want to listen to Christine on the radio, you can do around about 2:30 this afternoon on Crossroads Podcast Radio. And also, don't forget, guys, we got another 3 weeks to go. If you want to sign up for the conference that we're having in Birmingham, we still got places left. So please, please get on board. Anyway, thank you, Christine. Bye bye for now.
That's it. Bye.